What's up, everyone? Daddy Warbucks here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of the Tomb of Annihilation. Our party has been tasked with ending the death curse, and after tracking down its location to the abandoned ruins of the Cholton village of Omu, our party has then learned that in order to access the tomb of the Archlich Asarak and end the death curse, they need to first collect a series of puzzle cubes, which are used as a key to enter the tomb. So they have been running themselves ragged all over the city of Omu, going to the shrines of the dead Omuan gods and collecting puzzle cubes, and they are almost finished. Uh, we only have 3 cubes that remain, and uh, we have hit a bit of a snag though. At our last shrine, we discovered that one of the cubes has went missing, and there was a series of traps inside the tomb and a large number of dead Thayan corpses. So the party has correctly ascertained that the Red Wizards of Thay are active in Omu as well, and that they are competing with them to collect the cubes. They hurried over to the location of the next shrine to collect the cube first, and on the way they were attacked by a red dragon, which they defeated. And now that is actually where we pick up today. We are outside one of the shrines, and we had just killed the big old scary drake. And where are we? We are here. And we have not entered this shrine yet. I don't think I've even given you a description for what we see. And I do believe after killing the dragon and chasing them away, you took a rest.
Yeah, I think we took a short rest.
Short rest, because I see all the hit dice in chat.
Did we? I'm sorry. Did we found a magic item with that dragon, right? It was armor, right?
It's +1 breastplate.
Right. Okay. And I put that on. I think. I'm just trying to. Yeah. Okay.
We
Cool.
give it to you.
Yeah. All right. Great.
Okay. Brag about having my notes open, and now I can't find them. Car says.
While you look for those, I do want to apologize. Someone pointed out to me last week I should have made the Breath of the Wild Korok noise when I popped into the mirror last week. I apologize.
Okay, there we go. The ruined shrine here stands at the heart of a walled compound. There are tall monoliths that flank the entrance, and these monoliths are decorated with images of a jaguar with snakes sprouting from its shoulders. I do think we read this. There's a set of stone doors, and they're heavy stone doors. We've encountered these before, that are blocking the entranceway here. We've already know how this works. They're very heavy. It takes people working in tandem in order to force them open, which everybody is here. There's no reason why we wouldn't be able to do that. So I see a lot of people is marked as afraid. I mean, if you guys want to be afraid, you can be afraid. You could remove all the markers from your tokens. That'd be great.
I know no fear.
I'm gonna add one just so I remember something. That's okay.
Okay. So yeah, shrine is open. We are ready to go. Or we can just call off the whole endeavor.
Godfrey's gonna just start walking in and said, "Well, let's get to it."
Zalt is dying.
Watch out for the blue monkeys in there.
Oh
I
yeah.
heard him screaming.
That is correct. So, Godfrey, obviously you walk inside. You can see there's something very unusual about this shrine. When you open the door, there's a set of stairs that descend into the shrine. They go down about 15 feet. They're covered in moss. It's obviously very old. And when you walk in, you can see that there are 4 alcoves along the main chamber here. That's these circles marked with the stars. In these alcoves, there are statues of Omuan warriors. They are standing upright, stoically facing forward. Their arm is held in front of their chest with a large shield emblazoned in front. Their other arm is held out next to it, and they're doing the GI Joe Kung Fu grip, right? Their hand is a circle, and it's empty. Like, it's clear something could be placed in the hand, right? And on the far side of the chamber, you see the stone pedestal that's standing bare. There's no puzzle stone on top. And behind the pedestal, there is another large relief carved into the wall that shows a monstrous jaguar with 6 snakes protruding from its shoulders, fighting off a squat, frog-like humanoid armed with a spear. And you would obviously recognize that as a grung. And to the left is a narrow tunnel with more stairs leading down to another level.
Okay. Yeah, I guess let's head towards that stairwell if the pedestal's empty.
Well, wherever the puzzle cube is, it's probably further down, or it's unlocked by putting something in these hands. Let's keep
Speaking
going.
of down, I forgot to mention. We'll get to that in a minute. I forgot to mention, obviously, the one thing I didn't address was the large pit in the middle of the room. There are steel bars that crisscross across the top of it, about 5-foot holes, so it would be possible to jump down there if you really felt so inclined. But as you look down, you see that the pit is about 20 feet below, and you can clearly see that there's tunnels that lead to the left and to the right of the pit below. So reasonably, if you walk down the stairs ahead of you, it's going to loop around and you'll walk through the pit.
Hey, Gib, do you feel like taking a hop down there?
No, that's a pretty stupid idea.
You can fit. I'm just saying, you can fit, and you're good at jumping.
I sure am, but I'm not gonna do that. No, that sounds bad.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. All right. When examining these statues, anything special about them? They're just missing the hands outstretched, basically.
Yep, that's it. They all look identical. Shield in one hand, kung fu grip in the other, and whatever would be in their hand is missing.
I'm gonna take a torch out of my bag and put one in this statue and see what happens.
Okay.
I have torches?
It doesn't quite fit.
Okay, I'll take it back. I don't have a torch. I probably could have tried. Oh well. I took my mace out and tried that instead. Same thing. Okay. And so follow them down the stairs.
I think Rana will start to ritual cast a detect magic.
Okay. I'll let you know when the 10 minutes is passed and
As he, pulls out a toad and begins to carve into it. Like, hold on, I got this.
as you make your way through this dusty corridor here, you can see that there are several more reliefs on the wall. And these reliefs, they show more of the scene from before of the jaguar with the snakes fighting against the grung.
They look like these creatures like your race very much. You
Yes, snakes and frogs don't really get along very well.
cats apparently don't like you very much either. That's interesting. Do you have I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful stories of hunting these majestic creatures in forests here.
Most of my hunting was of kobolds.
Kobold.
Yes.
They are a tough creature. True.
Godfrey's just kind of keeping his shield at the ready, moving down. What's the ceiling like? Is it well made, by the way? Is it like well made and as in like, you know, it's not like crumbling, looking like it's ready to cave in on us
it's
or anything.
all cut stone. So as you get to this point, you would have to like walk, you know, through the tunnel onto the main door here, right into the
Okay,
pit
yep.
area.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I can remove that line of sight.
So as
of course not.
as we get into here,
Well, actually,
I'll
before
say-
you say anything,
okay.
because as you step forward, right, the minute you move from the tunnel into the pit, and you would have failed to have noticed. As soon as you step onto the floor of the pit, you move down about an inch, and you hear the imperceptible click as you step on a pressure plate. And
Yes.
yep. So here's what happens. Behind you, the tunnel, immediately portcullis slams down, blocking the exit. And now the only way forward is through a tunnel up ahead. And so Ursk, you're standing about 10 feet away. You see the portcullis slam down. At the same time, right? You hear sound coming from the hallway in front of you. And it sounds like a loud clamoring noise, as if multiple things were banging something together, right? Can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Oh dear.
Okay.
Did I smile when he stepped on the trap? I would never. That doesn't sound like me.
How many rounds has it been since I started casting Detect Magic to DnD?
5, 10, 50, 25, 30, 45, 50. One? They've traveled about 60 feet.
All right. Not to worry, friends. I'll be there in 59 rounds.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm.
So
Best we can tell, he's trapped in there, and okay, he's
there's a
trapped in
loud
there,
banging. You all can hear it. Yeah,
coming from where he's at. Okay,
from this hole. Yeah, forward, straight ahead.
gotcha.
Rana, did you want to be in the tracker or no?
I did, but for some reason, it seems like my Beyond 20 is gone.
I got you.
I've added it again. Let's see if it works now.
Yep, you're in. Okay. Buttons. All right. So
Okay.
Gib, you're up first. You've seen this thing slam down. There's this noise. Godfrey's kind of looking around, like, "Oh God, what's going on?" So, what would you do?
Well, it looks like you might have been right with the whole dropping down thing. I might have to do it anyway.
Gee.
So we're gonna dash. And then get to here. And that's it.
Okay. All right. Run up.
What happened? I heard a trap go off. I think I heard something click.
There's a trap down there now.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Do a walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still can't see him.
I
Well,
would
Patrick
tell
is-
you wrong way if you were gonna
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, I go to walk past you, like, no, wrong way. Which way am I going then?
Points towards the hole.
Ah. I look down. I presume I see him.
Yeah. Just it's a reminder. It's a 20-foot drop to the pit.
Yeah. Well, friend, you're in a pickle. Do I have rope? I do have rope. Rana will toss down a rope. I'm assuming that's my action to throw that down. I have to pull it out and then
Sure.
apply it.
I think your action would be to continue spellcasting, or if we abandon that.
You know what? Sure, I will hold her up in one hand and continue to cast Detect Magic in the other.
All right, only 9 more rounds. 10 or 8 more rounds. Okay.
It's a ritual DWP.
Yeah, I know. But doesn't it take...
God.
Oh, 10 minutes. Shoot. I meant 98 more rounds.
Yeah. We'll get there, don't worry.
All right. At this point, right, we had already heard that loud banging. And now you hear another distinct sound. Very similar to when the portcullis fell. Now you hear the clanking of metal being thrust open, right? Just as, like as if a portcullis was raised violently. And a moment later, there are footsteps. And what you see coming down the hall, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, are a number of these clay warriors. They are Omuan warriors, almost identical to the statues. And you see that they are adorned with shields and spears. And as they come down and around 5, 10, 15, 25, 30... Oh, the squares are funky. 5, 10, 15. As they come and surround Godfried, this guy would be there. You see, they are not playing around. Let me pull that over there. Yes. So they are going to attack you. Many times.
Yeah.
So here we go. The first 2 that were able to make it to you. The first one is gonna bash you with the shield. And I need a strength save. Mind you, again, we're still on Meat Grinder, so that is DC 20. That's no problem. So he bashes you for not 11 because goofy heavy armor stuff.
Yeah.
But then he's gonna poke you. All right, so that is our first. And then the second guy, he's gonna do the same, raising his shield up with an uppercut. He misses, and he lashes out with 2 quick pokes. Okay. Do any of those actually? Yes.
The 22s hit, yeah.
Okay, cool. The other guys, they are not close enough. So for their action, I think they're gonna dash. Yeah, let's dash. We're gonna get nice and cozy. There we go. Now we're happy. And then it's gonna be Ersk's turn.
How big does this portcullis that's slammed down in front of me look?
It's 5 feet wide and then like 8 feet tall. Like it fills the passageway completely.
Does it look super heavy?
Oh, it's made of steel, at least. Probably weighs quite a bit. Quite a lot. Words are hard today.
It is massive. Okay.
Yeah.
Dash? How far down in the pit?
So the pit is 20 feet deep. So, oh, what does that mean with goofy arms?
It means
If they're
I'm
like
going-
6 feet tall, you could reach, right?
well,
Is your reach
in
is 10 feet.
theory, but what I'm gonna do is step because I can attach to the side of the wall and then swing down.
You can. You're gonna spider climb down.
Yeah,
And,
then swing this one
Here, we'll just kind of.
Actually, I cannot do that. Never mind. That's a lie because I used my action to dash. So
Hey, you're
I'm
also
still-
standing on Rana.
on what?
Rana, there's a person there.
I don't see any person there.
Here, I will.
Oh, it's fine. I'm
It's
just
the
making
sink.
sure.
Oh, okay. There. I
Yeah.
will stand there then. And I will end my turn.
Cool. Godfried. You're
Okay.
surrounded by a
Bonus
bunch of-
action. Yeah, bonus action. I'm going to second wind.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not a great roll. And I'm going to move. I'm going to move to there.
You left the pit.
I did.
Okay. As you leave the pit, you see the 4 warriors. They immediately start to reach out and cry as their forms dissolve into a pile of clay.
Huh. Okay.
Hey, what happened to them?
Like seeing down, like shouting down the corridor to everybody else.
Ah,
I don't even know what's going on.
Can't see it yet.
Okay. I'm gonna just take a little poke around here.
Sure.
Just see if I can see if there's anything notable.
So, when you walk forward here, okay, there are 4 cells, right? And the cells are empty, except for some remnants of clay around the walls and the floor. There are big iron portcullises, and as you are walking forward, this is all within the same round. It's just still your turn. As you're walking forward, the portcullises slam down, and you can see the clay kind of beginning to bubble and roil, and then the clay warriors rematerialize in the cells. They're standing there motionless with their shields in front and the spear in their hand.
Okay. Godfrey's gonna head back to sort of here, so he's still in there. He's gonna shout down,
They rematerialized back in here. They're in some kind of cells. Does anybody have any way of getting me out of here quickly?
Yeah. I don't think so.
Can he fit through the bars with the rope?
The
that we
bars
put down?
provide ample space for anybody to fit through.
I threw down a rope.
okay. I mean, assuming that we can take sort of out of turn stuff, I'll kind of run in and just immediately start trying to climb up the rope. If that's
Okay,
all right.
as you step forward, again, when you step foot on the inside of the pit, you feel again that pressure plate. As now you realize the pressure plate was not in front of the other opening. The entire floor inside the pit is a pressure plate. And again, you hear a loud clang as the portcullises, presumably in the other room, are thrown open, and a banging sound as the clay warriors start to beat their spears on their shields.
Huh. I think we might need
Okay.
to do those things.
I mean, you're welcome to grab the rope and continue to skedaddle out. That's just what you hear and see.
Sure. Yeah. So I'll do that then. Yeah. Grab the rope and climb up out.
Okay.
Various cartoon sound effects.
And then again, so as soon as you exit the like when you're passing through the bars and leaving the pit, right? The sound stops immediately. Just the sound stops. They're no longer banging on their shields, and then a moment later, the iron portcullises can be heard slamming shut once again.
All right. I mean,
So there needs to be something in there for those things to be there.
seems that way.
Do you think we could just weigh the pressure plate down?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Everybody, throw your least valuable but heaviest objects into the pit.
But that sounds like insect repellent.
No,
Nope.
no, that's not it. I'll
No.
throw my little scale mail in there. It's 45 pounds.
Cool.
It's coming back
I'll
out.
throw in a hunting trap. That's 25 pounds.
All right. So you throw discarded suits of armor, the hunting trap, all this stuff goes into the pit, and nothing happens.
All right. Well, it looks like there needs to actually be a living creature there. Could, I don't know if I'm not very good at disabling traps. Is anyone else good at disabling traps?
I am. Decently, at least.
Do you want to try and make it so that the thing doesn't depress?
I could try that. Look up, pit. You've got plenty of life at. Oh, you meant physically.
Throw mini in there.
All right, hold on.
I don't
Hang
know
in there, Pid.
meant it other than physically.
Yeah.
Not metaphorically speaking about disabling the trap. We aren't in a
Oh no,
full
I was
discussion.
trying
We're
to make sure the pit didn't get
in a
depressed.
trap.
I will
Even
walk
through his
to-
helmet, you can tell that Godfrey's rolling his eyes.
I will walk over to where the pit trap was. It's down this hallway, right?
Yep. And
I assume
once
someone will point out where it is.
it's all the way at the end.
Rana will carefully look for it. Rana will pull out his batons, and he will try and wedge them under to stop the pressure plate from being able to activate with a Thieves' Tools check, I assume?
Not necessary. If you want to try and jam it up, wedge it shut, stop the pressure plate from functioning, you are welcome to do so.
Okay, I will do that.
Godfrey will lower a rope down just right in front of where sort of the path leads inside, just in case.
I will carefully step in.
Nothing happens.
Are we still in
Hmm.
initiative?
So I've paused the tracker.
Yeah, I believe that's a just in case.
Is the
Okay.
thing still following you? It is. Here, let's go ahead and clear it for now.
All right. Okay, so it seems like those things don't get summoned anymore. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Could be the test to beat them.
I think what we need to do is, because they were having spears, right? We probably have to take their spears and put them in the hands of the things over here.
Seems like the right thoughts to get.
That does seem like an adequate idea. I've got a way to make someone last a bit longer in combat. You know, one of my totems, I can throw it down.
Why don't you go try to grab the spear?
Yeah.
I will walk over to the other side. Do I
Mhm.
see whatever the clay statues were?
It's a tunnel. So you just keep along the tunnel until you get to the room with the cells. And now, mind you, there's a portcullis in front of each of the cells.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Let me look at my spells. Oh, that's a really dumb idea, but that could work. Let me read Catapult.
I don't think you can catapult the door open.
I want to catapult the spear out of their hands. Oh, it's being worn or carried. Dang it.
Do you have a mage hand or something?
No, I don't. They're made of clay. I could try and freeze them.
Oh, I have an idea, and I'll start making my way down there.
Trade places? Trade places.
Yeah, I'll walk across. And they're right here. They're right in front here.
Yeah,
they're
they're right here.
But there's a corliss in the way. We can't reach out through the bars and pull the spear out.
Sure.
Try that.
Okay. As you reach through the bar and grab a hold of the spear, you can see that these guys aren't like holding a spear. Like the spear is made of clay, same as them. And it's like their shield and the spear is all one unit. So you can't like pull the spear out of his hand. It is part of his hand. But I mean, he's also made of clay, so
yeah. When they were active, did they look different?
no.
Okay.
All right. Can I fit my mace through there and just start whacking at the hand, try and break it off?
Sure. I mean, it's a portcullis, right? It's just bars. So let's say you stick your arm and your mace through, and you give it a good whack. Spear and hand fall off, right? No problem.
I'll take the spear and I'll hand it over to the new guy. Take this up and see if this does anything. And
will do.
Rana, you take just a step. Like you're only like 5 feet away, and in your hands as you're holding this, right? Separating it from the body there, it's already starting to like dissolve. You're now like the clay is dripping through your fingers. It's pulling on the floor, and it's not going to survive much longer. As you turn around to state this fact to Dangerous, both of you see something else. The statue where you had removed it from, it is reforming. Its hand being replaced, and a new spear being erected in place of the one that was taken.
Do we know which shrine this is?
Well, being an Omuan, you probably would have recognized the Shrine of Shigambi.
Yes. And I want to try and think about, it's a little hazy with the 100 years of solitude, the going crazy and not being crazy anymore. I'd like to try and think back to my old memories and be like, okay, let's think about Shagambi. How would this trial, if this is a trial of some sort, is it a puzzle or is this just flat out combat? Would you like me to make a history check?
No.
Okay.
as you kind of mull over this fact, right? And you reflect on the murals that are that I've referenced a couple times as you entered here. All of them showed Shagambi in combat, and you would know that the wise and proud Commandant would very much look favorably upon honorable combatants.
All right. I think I've got it.
Yeah.
Someone has to brawl down here and to beat them up. It's my guess.
Wow, what
All
an
right.
astute observation that was.
Yeah. Listen, it's historical knowledge. Now,
Dear.
I can give a little bit of aid, make you a little bit more hardy and throw down a totem to help you out, and, make a pot shot from up here. But we need at least one person to be standing down in the pit, I have to guess.
Oh, Godfried, unfortunately, you are the beefiest of all of us. So
What I can do is I can position myself directly in front of the tunnel. That way they can't surround me, and I can fight them one at a time.
good plan.
Well, I can probably hit them from up here.
Yeah. was going to say the rest of us can make pot shots. I will start. I'm going to make an Eldrick Cannon. I'm going to throw down a Protector totem.
Before you go down there,
Alright.
I'll throw a Cure Wounds on you for a second.
Ka-chow.
So give you 60 more HP.
Nice, thank you.
Were you out of hit die for the short rest, I assume? We took it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can put this, if we want to wait a little bit, it's a d6 plus return. It's 10 HP. If you want to wait a bit, you can just get the max result from it before we start.
How long?
Sure.
is it
I mean,
gonna
we can.
It's a d8, so if you just want to wait a few rounds. 1, 2.
I'll take the 12. That's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's 7's enough. Yeah. All right,
it is everyone-
Somebody lower me down here. That way I can land directly in front.
Well, it's already.
Urs can do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I will have
So I want to
totem
lower down there.
drop down with so you can keep getting 10 HP.
And then I say,
All right, now somebody needs to remove the pittance and stop the pressure plate.
Don't worry, I've got just the friend for that. I will throw down my frog.
be?
Monsalak, pull him out. And it'll pop the pitten out with one of its tentacles.
Wouldn't they be strong enough?
Yeah,
I
He has a
mean,
13 strength.
Yeah, but you hammered a pitten to wedge the
Fair
pressure
enough.
plate. How about
Fair
a
enough.
strength check? See
Okay.
if they're capable.
Don't fail me now. Ah, you failed me. All right, I'll go do it.
Gibby, are you in the tunnel or are you standing on the ledge?
I'm standing on the ledge
I'm
looking
gonna
down.
move you over there in case anybody wants to stand in the tunnel.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I have to go do right now.
Yeah, that's woohoo.
Tunk. All right, and
Strength
ka-chow.
athletics.
I'm great at those.
Uh-huh.
Let me see if my is actually working now. I wonder. Hey, it is 12. I'll throw a guidance on that.
Godfrey, it looks like Rana is struggling to
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
to remove the python.
I swear this never happens. How about that one
Maybe you could give him a hand.
Ooh.
Ursk.
Ooh. Yeah. Urs can.
You did a
Your
too
obnoxiously long
good a
arms.
job stopping the trap.
I was gonna say it's all my fault.
Save.
Not me advantage.
What's
I
your
could probably.
athletics bonus?
Oh, athletics bonus.
No, yeah, no, is it still +7?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, that'll work. 19. So Ursk is like on the wall here, pulling out the piton.
Yes, if he's he's aware of what the don't touch floor.
Okay, so he pulls out the piton. Pressure plate sinks. The portcullis snaps closed. A chunk. And you can hear, again, same as before, portcullises in the other room rise up, and the clay warriors start to bang their shields. Let's go ahead and re-roll some initiative. I like my old initiative better.
I'm ready for
I
it
like
this
my
time.
new one.
Woof. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go.
I like my old issue better too. Don't worry, Gibby.
All right, Gibby.
Can I see like through where, like into this square from where I'm standing?
Yep.
Okay, we're just gonna ready in action to throw a dagger once we see the clay people.
Yep. That's kind of how I figured this would go.
Well, I'm sorry, I hit your
Oh.
end turn.
Godfrey is
okay.
going to take the dodge action.
Godfrey's dodging. So then, dangerous.
Dangerous is going to hold a spell, the one spell, the Sacred Flame, for the first
Okay.
enemy.
First one you see. Got it.
First enemy I see. Yes.
Rana.
Ron is going to be preparing to be in Godfrey's corner, like this is a boxing match over the other chains. But I am just going to ready a Ray of Frost.
Ready a Ray of Frost. Ursk.
Ursk is going to stand kind of above Godfrey here on the wall and attack whatever he does.
Okay. All right. So the clay warriors start to come forward. Ursk, I know you can't see it because it's on the other side of the line of sight barrier, but you are now adjacent. You would be able to use your held action. Anybody else standing up on top of the wall, you will not be able to see them because of the bugbear that's blocking the walkway to where they would exit into the chamber.
I thought they were exiting from below.
No, that's where you enter. They exit this door that Godfrey's standing in front of.
Yeah.
How high does the one in front of the door in front of Godfrey go?
The tunnels?
Yes.
They're 6 foot.
Oh, I thought Ursk was above Godfrey physically.
No, they're below you.
They're below me.
Yes, this is the pit. They walk down the stairs here, and it loops around, and they enter the pit here.
I think what he was trying to say is climbing on the wall in the pit over Godfrey was how I understood it.
I mean, look at the wall is here. Like you are in the tunnel.
I think he was putting his token there so that it didn't block his token.
So it didn't block Godfrey. That's
Okay.
what I was trying to do.
So you're still climbing on the wall.
Yes, like
Yeah,
above
you
Godfrey.
just stand next to him. Because that square here, that is in the tunnel. Like you can see the lines on the map that denote where the tunnel is.
Yeah, he would be above Godfrey.
So you're standing next to him. Sure. So then this guy walks forward, and now we're still in the same situation. So Ursk, you can attack this one. Godfrey to attack. Those of you on the wall, you can see the guy in the front. So reactions.
Pew pews activate.
Okay. Ursk, where's there we go. 10.
Just 11.
Then we have a dagger. Hits for 8.
It's 10 because the +2 from. I can't figure out a way to make a custom +1 dagger that has the thrown property. I've tried.
It shows dagger +1.
Yeah, but I can't change the damage modifier to add the +2 from being thrown.
Are you sure it doesn't do it automatically?
I know it doesn't.
Yeah, you can hover it and it's not.
Yeah, I can see on my sheet, thrown dagger is 1d4 +8. This is 1d4 +6.
Plaguey Gladiator needs to make a dex save. Fails and takes 10. Defrosted it. No.
Now it's slowed.
Okay. It just stands there.
right.
Gib. The last one hits it.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Godfrey's going to strike at it twice.
Sure. Yep. Dangerous.
Yes. So it's just standing there. It's not making any aggressive actions or anything.
No, just standing there.
Huh.
God.
Is there? Can we? And can I presume there's one behind it?
Oh yeah, you know there's 4 of them, and they have to walk down this narrow hallway.
Hmm. All right. Guess I'll toll it. See if. I
Sure.
don't think killing is going to do anything for us, but see what happens.
He actually
Hope we'll use this one as an experiment. If it dissolves in that tunnel, we may need them to come out into the pit to retrieve those spears.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
All right, Rana.
I agree. Then we can make a triangle at the gates so that only one can come at a time. You know, tactics. Anyway, I'm going to shoot it. Ka-chow.
Yep.
I hit again. I'm still rolling terribly on damage. Q. And I will do a burst with the protector. Everyone within 10 feet of it gets 11 temp HP. So everyone had
lose
12
one?
before, so it doesn't matter. It should just be these two, I think, because they're the ones with the pit.
Yeah, so they were at 12 and now they're at 11.
Still at 12. So they can choose to update it.
Temp HP overwrites. It doesn't stack.
Does it?
It doesn't overwrite unless it's higher than the original.
Doesn't say you get a choice. It just says that creature gains 11. And you had 12. It doesn't
I feel like
stack.
that's just a rule. Isn't that just a rule base temp HP?
No, it's one.
Doesn't particularly matter.
All right, anyway. Are you done?
Yep. It's action, bonus action.
Ursk.
Earth will go ahead and swing again.
One hit.
Okay. And that will end his turn.
The gladiators stand there menacingly.
Okay.
I have a feeling we just know the outcome of this. Why don't we at least let it into the room so that it dies in the room? You know? I don't know.
Well,
We're working the working theory at present time. Yes.
Right, so before it dies, why don't we let it into the room so that we don't have to eat through our resources again? Yeah. I mean, I don't care. I'm just gonna hold an action to throw a dagger if they let it into the room.
Okay. Sounds good.
Godfried.
Right. Yeah, so Godfried's he's gonna take a step back. Let's see. I'll actually step here. That way I can't be surrounded. And then for my action, I will take the dodge action again.
Okay. Dangerous?
Yeah, when it enters the room, I'll cast, or when a clay golem creature soldier does enter the room, I will cast Toll the Dead on it. So holding action, Toll the Dead.
Rana.
The portcullis slammed to my face, right?
Yes, it's closed in front of you.
Okay. And I will just ready as well.
Ursk.
Ursk is going to step to here and wait. If he steps forward, I'll swing at him.
Yep. And you can see the clay golem standing where it was as it was approaching the pit. It's completely immobile. It's just standing there. It's got, scorch marks from all the spells, and it's got daggers sticking in it, and it's just standing there.
All right.
Grapple it and pull it in.
The three, maybe this will help. The three behind him are still banging their shields, but they can't go anywhere. The guy in front of it has stopped moving.
I have a solution to this. I think.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna do.
Don't worry about pulling him in. Maybe we'll see.
Well, there's no way I kill it with one dagger, so I'm just gonna throw one dagger.
All right, that's a miss.
Okay, well,
There's also a
That's how you
miss.
kill with 2 daggers.
all right.
All right,
There
that'll
you
hit.
go. That's it.
Godfrey.
Godfrey, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and just do it.
Miss.
That'll be it.
He's just standing there.
Menacingly.
All right. Dangerous.
I'm going to use a bonus action to telekinetically shove it forward 5 feet.
Into the
I mean,
room. All right. I'm not even gonna. No, I should. That's bad
In
precision.
the
Here we go. Strength save. Or
We'll see you. We'll see you next round.
pull him in. I do.
This is what we get for trying to cheese things.
No kidding.
He's on his Sigma grind set. He's just standing there, not doing anything.
I don't have a way of pulling him in, so I'm just gonna hold an action to, dead.
We're just gonna wrap back around.
All right.
I'll hold dead. If it doesn't end in the room, I'll try it. Push next round.
Rana.
All right. I can see his hit points, so I know this won't kill him. Actually, wait, no, it could if I roll particularly well. I'm not going to shoot him with a ray of frost.
You can see his hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You sound so sad. I will just hold to shoot if it comes into the room.
Okay. Ursk.
Ursk is going to save his action to attack should he somehow get in the room.
All right. The gladiator is just standing there, motionless. 3 behind him are banging their shields. They're ready to go.
I can't
We should
wait
have
for us to pull it into the room and then it just disappears anyway. That sounds like something DWP would do to us right about now.
We should have someone
That is
stand
a very
here so
good
only one
idea,
can get in the
thank
room at a time.
We're just gonna ready an action for the dagger.
Ready in action. Yep, it's gonna come in.
It's gotta get in here eventually, right?
Okay, Godfrey is gonna use his one of his actions, because he can split it this way, to attempt to grapple the creature.
Sure. Ah, damn it.
It's going to
I
save
just
again.
clicked
isn't
the
it?
wrong button.
Sure it is.
Strength. Nope. Athletics. Hey, it's grappled.
Okay. I'll step to here and pull it into the square adjacent to me.
Sure, it's not moving, right? Like it's just standing still. So you pull it in, no problem.
Okay. And I'll use my second thing to attack it.
It's a miss.
To all of our
Okay.
Eldritch go. as well.
Yes, he's entered the room. Held actions. That's a hit. Wait and see if there's more. Wisdom save. Fails. Takes 11.
He's on 1 hit point.
God.
Wasn't there another one?
Okay.
Ersk.
I hit him with a 7 Ray of Frost.
Did I not get that one yet?
You already
Nope,
got that.
you did the dagger, then the Toladin.
Cool. All right, it dies. And again, you know, it's motionless, right? It seems like attacking it in the hallway deactivated it. And
Good.
so once it dies, just like before, it seems to start bubbling and roiling, and it disappears into a puddle of goo.
Awesome.
Okay. So if we do like one person on each side of the door, then one person here, we could just bottleneck in.
There's nothing left of the one we killed, is basically what you're saying.
Nope. Yeah, it and the spear disappeared.
I thought. All
I
right.
really hope that we're just thinking completely wrong about this. And
No,
there's some
we're,
other
we're
solution.
just getting punished for trying to
It's
cheat.
the end of Godfrey's
That's
turn, by
all
the
it
way.
is.
I'm not that smart. It's the way the module's written. It's still Godfrey's turn. Are you finished?
Yeah, sorry, Godfrey's done. Yeah.
All right. Dangerous.
When a clay golem enters the room, I will.
Do something. You got it.
Yeah,
Rana.
When a clay golem enters the room, I'm gonna
Enters
ready
the
action give
room,
it
not the hallway, yeah?
enters the room. I will shout supporting. I'll shout supporting words at it, then shoot it in the face.
You got it. Ersk. Oh no, he disappeared.
he's AFK.
Many
Okay, I'm
many
gonna-
actions there's can take here.
I'm pretty sure what he said before he left is if a clay golem enters the room, he's
He's
gonna
gonna whack it. Yeah. yes. All right, and then the
Really? I
golems.
couldn't. I couldn't imagine.
Again, 3 of them already standing there. You hear the sound escalate as a fourth one seems to join, and they all enter the room. This guy here in the front, 5, 10, 15, 20. This guy here in the front would be the first to enter the room and the one to trigger all the held actions. So if you guys want to start throwing those into chat, you're more than welcome.
Guys, they're banging their shields and munition to Hooked on a Feeling.
5, 10, 15. I've got plenty of movement. And look, they're all in the room. They all made it
Well,
into the room.
So one of them left engagement with me, so I'm going to make an opportunity attack against it.
you get to make it. Did you hold an action? No, you didn't. Okay, fine.
No.
They've made a Tetris piece.
Okay, so this one in the, on
so
the
I would
far
hit it.
corner, and he gets
It's marked and it's marked. Its speed becomes 0, so it actually ends up in this space blocking the square.
How could it be
So
in that
that's-
space and still leave your engagement?
Or that.
All right. Bing, 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 bing.
The answer is attacks opportunity are weird.
Right.
DC 15. Here we go. Passes. Ray of Frost on the one in the front. That's a hit. Ersk isn't
Cool.
back.
It's a cool treat on a refreshing summer's day.
Alright, he'll get a free swing whenever he does come back. Is that all? Gibby? Did you have a dagger held?
Nope, I had already used it on the first one. I
Okay,
haven't
because you were
gotten one.
first in there. Okay, you're cool.
Yep.
All right. So all the guys enter the room, and now they're here, and it was within 30 feet. So we're gonna attack people. So first things first. Oh man. All right, this one here in the far corner can only attack Godfrey. Let's start there since Ursk is currently AFK. So here we go.
Illusion of choice.
Godfrey, bang! It's a miss. Miss and a miss. Then let's go with Godfried again. Maybe. Nope. Nope. Not that. And then we are going to attack Godfried. Not Godfried. Ursk, who is spider climbing on the wall. Let me open his sheet. A miss. Miss. A miss. Where did all my rolls go? No, that last one hits. No, it does not. AC is 19.
Oh, Ursk is back.
Yes, I see. And the last one, also attacking Ursk, but this time with disadvantage.
Oh no, it doesn't have disadvantage because it's not adjacent.
He has
to me.
resistance to the damage. Okay.
Nope, not even that. He because if it has to be adjacent to me to have the benefit, but if I hit it with an up attack, its speed becomes 0.
Right. But you hit it with an up attack when it exits your range.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Well, it had to exit his range at some point, so like, wouldn't it just get stuck here at 0 move speed when it tried to leave his range? Since it would have
but
been a
if
diagonal
it doesn't
movement?
leave his range, how does he attack it with an up attack? Because it's
Listen,
not when it leaves. I didn't write the damn book.
Switch this one and the one above it with switch the spots of them and solves the problem. Because he
I
can't
mean,
attack
well,
the other
no,
one.
because it's
But then he wouldn't have been able to take the up attack. This
yeah.
is, this is
all,
like,
all that would do would be deny him damage. Because I
If
mean,
the
I
opposite-
have the movement. I totally could have just left him there and then
hold
walked
on.
through his space.
No, the up attack stops it there. The fourth one comes, it goes past him, and can't up attack it again, so he ends up there, and that solves the problem.
I don't like
Cool.
that.
Yes
though.
or D?
I
No,
don't
get
like
this shit
that.
out of here. We already solved it. All right.
Cool.
This one is gonna attack Ursk. Oh wait, no, it's this one with the mark.
Sure.
So 22 hits for 5 because it is now adjacent.
But it doesn't have resistance to damage. It
Does
doesn't
Ursk
have
need
its
to be
damage.
next to you, or the monster need to be next to you?
Just the no. So the resistance is a different ability. The it being marked just gives it disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me.
So then that
Right. So it does nothing.
Because it rolled a
'Cause it rolled
22, 22. It
on
hits
both
and
dice.
it
There
just
we
full,
go.
full damage. Yeah, I just get to make a bonus attack on my next turn. That's all.
All right. I need a strength save, or he's gonna knock you off the wall. Alrighty. It's somewhere here. Oh. Then we got 2 more. Nope, normal, because I already have disadvantage.
no. Wait, are you? Is it a reaction for me to use that? So are you using
It
my
is.
reaction? Well,
All right. Well, I'm gonna make
Gibby
that
has a reaction.
crit.
Damn it! That's
Yeah.
the worst one.
Gonna make that crit smack this one. Wait, which one is swinging? Is it this one that's
It's
swinging?
this guy, the one that's marked.
All right, it's hitting this one. The one
All
in
right.
the corner.
better. I like that.
Fucking bullshit.
I wish I would have canceled that, huh? Huh?
All right. I got one more though. That's not a crit. It's not a crit. But you are taking 12, Ursk. I think that's everything. Now that literally everyone in combat has used their reaction,
Can I use my turn now?
you have this would be your first turn since they entered the room.
I was AFK, I thought.
Yeah, nothing had happened. You were AFK. Your turn came up. You have a reaction if you wanted to use it when they entered. Because if you look, they're after you.
No, like a whole round happened and I came back and it was my turn. You skipped it.
Oh, I didn't realize you came back during your turn. Because
Yes.
if you look at the tracker, it was already on Glad. Sure, we'll do whatever. But they would not be in the chamber since we're retconning.
Oh, they're here. We'll just put my turn here for right now. Ursk will be angry because he knows what's coming. There. Ursk very mad. Ursk will stand up with half of his movement. Let me find my rage icon. Whoa, where is the stupid rage icon? This one. Yeah, sure. Big axe. I'm gonna swing at this one that hit me twice.
If your turn is before them, they would not be in the room.
Yeah, and I
that's
wouldn't
what I was
take a
saying.
damage either. Instead of going back and doing that, I'll just take my turn after him, and then we can keep going.
Whatever.
Trying to make this easy.
Yeah, what's easy is before they enter the room, you would have just held a reaction, because that's what everybody did. Because you can't hit them until they enter. And then after your turn, they walked in, which is what just happened.
Okay, then I have to go back and redo my damage.
Oh, you only took rage damage?
Yeah.
I mean, you could still rage on your turn, right? Like,
Well,
but
if we would've
you couldn't
seen them,
attack
then-
them because they weren't there.
How are they not there if they're within 10 foot of his reach?
Because
weren't
you
at the
can't
time.
hit them when they're in this hallway.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to hit them when they're in the hall.
Okay. All right. What? Yeah, just totally skip my turn. Whatever.
What?
Oh, I've done shit. Ursk will just stand there and stare and pick his nose.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna all of the daggers at this one in the corner over here.
23 and 27.
And then it's the +2 to damage, remember.
All right. Godfried?
Okay, Godfrey's going to attack the one. Yeah, hang on. This one first, then this one. Ouch. Both ends of the stick. I'm going to go ahead and action surge and attack this one again.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I missed.
15 misses.
Okay, same one again.
That'll hit. So now he stays marked until next turn.
Yes. And that's my turn. Oh, sorry, no. Bonus action, attack the one that I'd marked because it attacked Ursk.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have advantage, so I'm just going to roll it one more time just in case. And it takes an extra
6.
3 points of damage. Yeah, just takes an extra 3.
Okay. Dangerous. Wisdom save where? Is that all? I think you're muted, dude.
I can't hear Taryn.
Yeah, he's muted.
I am muted. I just realized that. On my stuff, and I ended my turn, so should be good to go.
All right. Rana?
Rana is going to continue to do what Rana does, which is pew pew. I will shoot this guy. Dry Frost. Chow.
Miss.
All right. And then I will. Have either of them taken damage yet for the temp HP? Godfried or Ursk?
Just ask.
I'll up it then. My bonus action. 9 temp HP to Ursk, and then Godfried still should be at 12.
Mhm.
That's it for me.
Ursk.
Okay, now Ursk will rage. And then stand up with half his movement. I look for this icon again. That one. Swing twice here.
AC 17.
Okay.
All right, gladiators. So we're just gonna go half and half. First here against Godfried. Same as before, he's gonna try to bash, stab. 21? No, it's 22.
25 at the minute.
Ooh.
Uh,
Second one here against Godfried. Bash. Stab. Hey, there's a 26.
Yep. That'll go through.
I will make him re-roll that.
Why are you like this?
Now,
Now, what if I roll a crit?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Crit while I'm here.
All right, so now the second one here, attacking Ursk with disadvantage. Bash. Misses. Stab. Misses. And then the last one, attacking Ursk without disadvantage. 18?
No.
No, 19.
I'm actually going to use my reaction real quick. The one that attacked us that's marked, I'm going to make an attack against it.
All right. 22 Ursk for 6.
I'm going to react.
Okay.
It misses.
Okay. What?
Alright, same target as before. And then, yeah, I guess we'll action surge. Remember the +2 damage, and then that's it.
1, 2, miss, hit for 9. Alfred?
All right. The marked one on the left. Marked one on the right.
Miss.
And I'll use my bonus action for the warding maneuver attack again as well. On the marked one on the right. And that's going to be 13 damage because it takes an extra 3 for warding maneuver. Sorry, for unwavering mark even.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Right. I'm actually gonna do something other than the Toll of Dead. I think.
Audible gasp.
No Toll of the Deads this time. Instead, I'm gonna cast Bane at level 2, and I'll get all 4 of them. So I need Charisma saves from all 4 of them for Bane.
How dare you?
I don't want you hitting my friends. They all fail.
Yes, they do. All right. I'm just gonna use this one.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't concentrate on the spell cannon.
Monkeys.
Right.
Oh, that is correct.
Do you want it to count as a wasted spell, or do you want me to redo my turn?
No, that's fine.
Which one?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll leave it up to you. Do you think it would be in character for you to forget about those damn monkeys and cast the
Probably
spell
not
only to.
screaming in my ear right now, so I don't think I would have forgotten about them.
Okay.
I just personally forgot about them. So I probably would have had to redo the Toll the Dead on that thing.
So we are Toll of the Dead.
Yep, that's what it sounds like.
The illusion of choice.
Illusion of choice, 15 wisdom save, please.
Failed.
All right, 17 damage. And I look at the monkeys scowlingly. That's it. That's in the turn.
That just reminded.
All right. Rana will. I don't think I have any details to supply. You reminded me I should go look. Nope. Okay, cool. I am just going to go ahead and keep doing the same thing because these guys don't have any metal on them, do they?
No, they're made of clay.
That's what I figured. I will Ray of Frost the guy in the front yet again.
Okay.
18th verse, same as the first. Ka-chow. Firing the Bolt of Frost. Urs Godfrey didn't get hit this turn, right?
He did not.
Then bonus action. I have everything else to do with my bonus action. Might as well up Protector. Ka-chow. Put up to 12 you have less.
All right, Ursk.
Oh, you're going to target this one here.
And don't forget about the blue monkeys, since I've now been reminded of their existence.
Blue monkey.
24 is a hit. And you are raging, so that is a dead warrior. And this time, you see a similar sight where once the warrior dies, the clay begins to dissolve. However, when the clay spear hits the ground, it does not dissolve. Instead, it's left lying behind.
What about the blue monkey?
They're still hopping around. They're hanging from the bars, taunting you.
Stupid monkeys.
All right, warriors. Two here attacking Godfried because he is annoying, and we're gonna bash him. We're gonna bash him. We're gonna bash him.
25. I'm going to use warding maneuver.
Ooh, what's that make your AC?
27.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was one where you rolled or if it was just added a set amount. Or...
Yeah. No, yeah. This is the roll.
Okay, so that's the first one. Second one, he's gonna bash it. They're just so mad. They're just wham, wham, wham. They didn't really get them anywhere, but I tried. The last one up here is only next to Ursk, so he's gonna bash you too. No, he's not. He's gonna spear. 20. Yes, 20. And then a miss. So hit for 11. That doesn't even penetrate the temp. And then we go to Gim.
That one.
Hit for 22.
All right. Godfrey's going to attack the one that's marked. That'll 10.
Okay. Dangerous.
I think you guys know what's coming. For this one here, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little toll. Ringling. 10. He fails. Awesome. And for the fun of it, we're going to try shoving this one to this square here. So I need strength save.
Oh,
Golly!
you've crit on that twice, I think.
Twice
Yeah.
you crit on that.
Just-
Ugh.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody fail a save against Tarantagosh using that. Like, I don't think since I've joined, I don't think anybody's ever failed.
Worked a lot in the previous one, and it's not working so much now because he's rolling ridiculously high.
Dreamy was like, no, CJ, don't take telekinetic. The party already has one. I will Ray of Frost. Which of these is most hurt? It looks like middle. So I will
Okay.
go for the guy in the middle. Bonk.
My warriors.
And then, as usual, Ka-chow. Don't worry. Don't get hit. You seem to be pretty good at that already, though, so emotional support. That's all.
Are you done?
Yeah.
You need to start hitting the button. Ursk.
Oh, I didn't know there was a button to do it.
This one right here. Come on, button. There we go. Miss and a. That looks like a hit. And that's all, folks.
Okay. 1, 2. Oh, 1. Yep. 12. Got it. Which one was that? Middle or top?
Middle.
All right. Warriors. This one is gonna turn around and he's gonna attack this thing. What is the AC on the protector? 18.
Yep.
So we're gonna step. Looks like it takes 15.
Who was that to?
The protector.
My
Oh.
beat move.
And then this one up here will attack Ursk. Shield bash?
I don't like that shield bash.
Yep, let's see that strength save.
So I don't take it.
Oh. Womp. Alright, and
Would
the last
consider
one,
if I didn't.
the last one here, the only one left. I don't think he's marked anymore. No, you did hit him. Doesn't matter. He's gonna attack Godfried. Because I don't want you to feel left out. I didn't forget about you. Fuck.
Hey, you got him.
What's the magic? No, did I?
No, I didn't. No,
What's
it's
the magic
25.
number? You son of a.
I thought it was 23.
Ah! All right, that one hits.
And then it is blood.
You'll never guess what I'm gonna
You're gonna hop down in there because you're a frog.
do. Yeah, that's it. That was at this one.
Was it?
Okay, one that I've got marked.
Uh, 21 hits. Oh no, it dies, and there's a second spear left behind now.
Okay, Godfrey's going to step over to here, being sure not to actually stand on either of the spears as he moves through.
Okay.
And that will be it.
Dangerous.
Yes. All right. Well, since I can't do anything fun or exciting, I am going to Toll the Dead on the one in the north. That one right there. Yeah. So get your wisdom save out of the way. Damage.
Wisdom save. Wisdom save. I'm not gonna get any of these ever.
Yeah, and then
I'm gonna on strength ones.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and push this one again. So go ahead and give me a DC strength save. He He say it's not. It's a 15 too. It's not like it's an easy save like that con save that Gib has. It's substantial. Just can't get anyone to fail it. Done.
Run up.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and boop this guy in the back right corner with a Ray of Frost.
What if you don't, though?
What if I did, though? What if I rolled absolutely terrible damage, though?
I'm okay with that part.
I figured you would be. And then
All
I
right.
will give a boop of Protector. Bloop. Enjoy your 6 temp HP.
Yes. Good.
And then it's going to move backwards 15 feet, provoking attack of opportunity.
Yes. Good. I'm gonna bash it.
Wait,
And
isn't the
it's-
portal closed?
It's
Is it
a tiny
portcullis,
creature,
right?
right?
Yeah, it's a tiny
Oh.
creature. So it
I'm
scuttles
gonna
back through.
I'm gonna bash him.
Yep.
Oh.
Wait. What is the wording on your ability?
Mine?
Oh, Sentinel.
Yeah. Wait, I don't even know if I could take an op attack.
Yeah, is it a creature? I wonder.
It has.
It's a construct
stat
and it has
block.
AC and hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
you
creature.
can hit it.
Okay, it's definitely a
Yeah.
creature.
It doesn't say the word creature, but it doesn't make any sense if it's not a creature.
It has a stat block.
Yeah, it has a stat block. It should be a creature. And then I will.
So
step.
with Sentinel, it says when a creature within 5 foot of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make an attack.
Yeah, it specifies the creature making the attack, not the target of the attack. Boo! Boo!
And then I will step 5 feet back from the portcullis. I can't see into the room on the map anymore, but I assume I can still see through.
Are you attacking me? Oh, duh, there it is.
Oh, so yeah, I did. I only rolled a 15 though. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, Ursk?
I was saying, can I still see from where I am, I assume?
Yeah, you're in the tunnel.
Yeah. Cool.
Same target for Earth. Monkeys in this thing.
Don't. Both hit. 24?
It appears to be correct, yes.
No, the cannon is not a creature. It is a magical object. That's what it says in the ability.
Interesting.
Yep. It
just has-
specifically avoids,
Yeah.
so I couldn't op attack it because it's not a creature.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it's fine. I'm not going to retcon
Yeah.
it.
It didn't change anything because both attacks missed.
No, but I got hit. But it wasn't. No, I didn't get hit.
Yeah,
Ursk,
both attacks missed.
It's my turn. I'm gonna hit people. Just because I can, right? Because nobody's expecting it. It's gonna move here. It's gonna move here. It is going to. It is going to spider climb on the wall and stab at Dangerous up there on the ledge.
Sure.
Just because I can.
Okay.
I mean,
Nope.
they would definitely leave Godfrey's reach 20 feet up. No, I
So-
guess he's still on the wall next to you. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
it was
does-
just
does-
for memes. He's
doesn't
coming back
matter.
on attacking you, Godfrey.
okay.
No,
Just runs and does the wall spin and comes back and like.
Yeah.
not a one of those hits.
No, all of them. And then Ursk, we're just gonna you see the gladiator takes his hand with the shield and he places it on the shaft of the spear. It's just the shield seems to disappear, it just melts and bubbles away, and he's gonna stab at you two-handed with the spear.
Creepy.
Bam, bam, bam. 25. All right, who's got the reaction?
Me.
So my reaction was actually used against the thing, against it attacking the.
I actually have to take 9 piercing. 4 piercing. Okay. Thank you, temp HP.
All right. That's it. Pretty sure that this is over.
Boom.
Yep, that is a dead duder. And a third spear now materializes. Hiya, door to door. Welcome.
All right, Godfrey's just gonna step over here and just start whirling on this guy.
You want to do that?
Yep. In fact,
Yes.
actually, that's not going to be it. Bonus action. Shove him to the ground.
Oh, really? We're trying this again?
Yeah, well, oh, God damn it.
Wow.
Never mind.
My boys are strong. Dangerous?
Dangerous. All
Can I
right.
get this out the way first.
So is it still right next to me?
It's like on the wall, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna push it 5 feet away.
Roll the
from me.
19.
What is it? It's +7. Okay, I can respect that. I can respect a +7. That's fine. That's fine. It's no big deal. They couldn't hit me anyway. It's okay. Toll the dead.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Stupid thing. 18 damage. There you go. Wag my finger at it.
He's not gonna survive the round.
All right. I will.
Probably have to walk.
I'm going to
forward.
step. I'm going to step back just so I can see.
Ah, now you're adjacent. You've fallen into my trap.
I'm doing this just so I can actually see the room. I'm still standing back here. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I will
you-
send. Yeah. I walk up with the thing in my hand. It skitters into the room. It does a temp HP pop, and then skitters back. Dude. And then I shoot this guy.
With disadvantage. Because you're adjacent.
Disadvantage. Am I adjacent to him?
You're right next to each other. You're standing
Okay,
on this side
so
of the
I
door.
should- What I should ask, can I not see him from that tile back there?
That is what I said twice. You're going to
Okay.
have to move forward in order to get line
Okay,
of sight.
cool. Just making sure. And then, okay, starting melees. I don't think I do. I'll still be happy with that. Disadvantage. How I said that would be on 20, yes?
You just hold control.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yep, and if you hold shift, it's advantage. Ah!
Yeah, yes.
That was
And then I will
was
just stand there.
the trick all along. Now my lone warrior is going to murder your party.
Yes. Oh, and he can hit the end of turn button.
Ursk.
So many options with these lone warriors remaining
Yep, just the one.
and my monkeys.
And yep, there's still blue monkeys. Myths.
Damn monkeys.
Ugh. All right, Godfried. Yeah. Let's just, for the sake of expediency, there's no way 5 people don't do 50 points in the last round. So, as the last warrior dies, body melts away, leaving only the spear behind. You did it!
Yay.
Hey!
Yay.
A thing.
Aren't you proud of me? I went to whole combat without asking if something was immune to poison.
Because you already knew. That's- they definitely were. So what do you guys do?
We'll take the,
Gonna pick the spears up, and I'm gonna like sort of raise them up through the bars.
Okay, yep.
um,
Take spears, put
Statue.
in pedestals. Or put in.
statues,
Yeah.
right? Each of the statues with their kung fu grip.
Yep.
I'll head back up around.
All right, and then once all 4 spears are put into the pedestals, you can hear the slight sound of the stone grate opening at the top of the pedestal, and the puzzle cube rises up to greet you.
Yay.
And you
Aye.
acquire the... Where the shit is it?
Where the shit is this?
Yep, that's
it's
what you
fun.
get. Good job.
My favorite thing to acquire in D&D. The where the shit is it?
Puzzle cube of a jaguar with snakes coming out of its back. And
That's
as
cool.
you acquire the cube, you hear a voice coming from the stairway. Congratulations. You saved me the trouble of having to send my subordinates to recover the cube. If you don't mind, I'll be taking that.
Do we see a voice or face for this voice, or is it just
Well, you wheel around to try and see where the voice is coming from, and there's no one standing there.
all right?
Hmm.
Well, inanimate voice, you can shoo or now, and or maybe you're part of those red Thayans that exist somewhere. We want the cube you have, and we're going to go ahead and take it from you at some point. You should just hand it over, because we all have the same goals here.
Stepping out of the shadows, you see it is indeed one of those red Thayans. As he
Yep,
steps forward, I would advise you not to do anything hasty. There is no need for us to be enemies, but I have my orders, and I need what you have acquired.
Yeah, we're not giving it to you. I
Yeah, it's
understand.
not happening. I'm sorry. What we can do is work together. You can give us your cube, and then we can go in and take care of the problem, which is what we were hired to do by the
As I
bar.
understand it, the Red Wizards are working against Asarak, is that right? The Lich that caused the death curse.
You see the man raises his hand, and he's kind of waving it back and forth, and you get the impression he's like inspecting his nails. He's like, well, not that I should tell you much, as you all are very likely to be dead soon, but we are not very pleased with the outcome of the death curse. That is true, and we are opposed to whatever is the source. But as you have said just now, that is the problem. You seek to end the death curse. We seek to control it. Whatever has afflicted all of the world is surely to be quite powerful. Necromantic energies unlike any we've ever seen, and under the Thayan's control. Not only could we probably use it and manipulate it in such a way as to elevate our society to new levels, but we could extort all of Faerun. He is not an undead.
Now,
Well,
that does
no. Thank
that does sound pretty evil, but I do think there may be something here where we both murder a Sarac together and then murder each other afterwards.
That doesn't work for me. I have my superiors. I need that. And he points the cube in your hand. So, unfortunately, I think we are at an impasse. You will not
No.
relinquish the cube. And he raises a wand and points it towards you.
Yeah,
Die.
Godfrey braces his shield and starts moving towards him.
I guess we're gonna have to do something about this problem.
Oh, damn
Good luck.
Right. I was gonna say this sounds like an initiative.
Where did my other? There it is.
Not like it matters.
Can't believe this guy is so against the idea of jelly cooperation.
Got orders, friend.
Yeah, I know. It's just not neighborly.
Yeah, no, it's not very nice.
Just want to say it's been a pleasure playing in this game with you all. Had a lot of fun.
It's time. It's time for all of us to die.
If there's a mage with like 100 HP, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You can tell Spartans never fought an archmage before.
No, I'm saying if he's got 100 HP, then you're in trouble if you're fighting one that's got 100 HP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with a Scorching Ray. Or sorry, I cast a spell. You don't know if it's a cantrip yet or not. Do you want to counter spell?
No.
Oh my god.
No, I won't counterspell.
It's a 19 hit.
A 19 does hit.
Okay. It's a 25 hit.
Jesus.
And does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Rana just pulls
You're
out.
gonna make me have to look up arcane firearm. Does
yeah,
that apply to?
let me check.
I think it's
I don't
one
know, but
damage
it's-
bonus, one
yeah,
damage
I-
of the roll.
I feel like it is as well. Beyond 20 is just rolling it every time.
Yeah, it is 1 damage roll of the spell.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 1.
Still,
It's
that
just
was
rolling
a
it for multiple
lot.
times. Do
All right.
1 of the spell's damage rolls.
Ursk.
Punk, 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 punk. And I will bonus action pump out
Protector.
temp HP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's everyone.
Everyone's
7.
All right, I'll take it.
Ursk will go to here and be an idiot.
You should do that.
He'll go there and be an idiot. Oh yes, rage.
Are you sure you want to stand on that side?
Sure.
2 hits. This guy, with my low initiative, he might not make it. 19. Yep.
Good story.
22.
And then Ursk will step back and give him an opportunity attack. Does he want that?
No.
Oh,
It's not gonna matter.
okay.
All right. So Godfrey's going to move. Try and hop across the corner there. Get up in this guy's face and start trying to attack him. I'll actually use a bonus action to try and knock him prone.
No.
You're giving all of my attacks disadvantage.
Sorry.
You can walk up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
can
then
move
I
up,
lose out on 2 damage every hit.
but you have advantage on your attacks.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Plus,
Oh no.
plus think about how many times TTB forgets to add the 2 damage anyways.
I don't. I remember it every time. I have proof.
We can see the hit points.
Are you done?
Sorry, yeah, I tried clicking the button, but it didn't. There we go. Right.
Okay, well.
No, I don't.
Your advantage.
Oh, yeah, I guess I do have advantage, don't I?
I think that's 3 hits.
10, 17,
Is he immune to
No.
poison?
26, 34. He's dead.
Oh,
It's okay. That's fine. It's probably for the best anyway. Just,
Him and his
uh,
10 brothers.
Expecting a power word kill or something to come out.
Oh, you gotta be careful with the mages. You never know they're gonna cast one of their powerful spells like Time Killer, Cloud Stomp.
I'm just saying.
You're just Thea.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, so you alpha strike my poor mage.
Oh, poor guy.
The initiative sucks. Anyway, and he falls over dead. I should have bargained. And what are you guys gonna do now?
Did he not have
Uh,
shield on his
yeah.
sheet?
No, he didn't. And I could have totally just fucking let him have it. But I don't like changing shit mid combat. Feels icky.
Mm.
Welcome to the Archmage stat block.
Now, if I would have changed it before combat, that would have been fine.
Do we know if he hadn't? Did we search his body? Anything on him?
Yeah, it's his arcane
Yeah.
focus,
Yeah.
but
Godfrey's going to step outside, just see if everything's clear.
as you're looking around, you do find something. Find this.
Ooh.
Oh, we got them all.
Do we have them all? Are we missing one?
No, this is the one we were missing.
Right, but there's
You
still
find
one more.
this.
Oh, there's one more we gotta get. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he had an
And
extra.
there it
you
is.
found it.
Oh,
He had two.
He had two.
They did say that they were.
You're
Yeah,
not.
they did say they were operating towards the north, which is where we were going to go last.
All right. Well, then we have all the cubes. We can move our way to the tomb, I think. Right?
Might be worth dealing with these red wizard folks first before we go, though. Don't want them sneaking up behind us and fireballing us, and we all die horribly.
Yes, the Red Thanes seem to be very a peculiar type. But we should assess their numbers first before we decide should we want to engage, or maybe we can go into the tomb and then block them out. That might not be a terrible idea.
Maybe
could
we
work
can
as well.
send the monkeys after them.
did
The
we ever
monkeys would be
decide
great if we get the monkeys to it.
what we were gonna do with the snake guy that we were tasked to kill?
Ron's knee.
Yes, that might have been it.
So what are we doing with Rosny? Going to him and telling him where the red wizards are? I think he probably knows already.
No, the I can't remember its name, but the god that we directed that other guy to, he gave us that quest to kill Rosny, remember?
I don't. Artur Kyber, is that who you're talking about?
No, the
I
god.
remember somebody saying something about it before. Something
Yes.
about being tasked to kill the leader of the snake people.
Right. We were tasked to do that,
But then you guys made friends with him.
and so he's our ally now.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to stay that way. I mean, I would rather have this god as an ally than this guy.
I don't understand. What are we?
I don't think it's going to matter too much if we're in the tomb fighting a lich. I think we can deal with whatever else happens afterwards. If
All
there
I'm
is one.
saying is, if a god gives you a task to do something, it's usually a good idea to do it, that's all.
I would agree with that.
Okay. So
We go after him, then we have to contend with both him and the red wizards and the lich.
So you want us to go to the Rosny now and kill him? Is that the plan?
We don't have to do it right now, I'm just bringing it back up.
Yeah, who is this fellow? I've never heard his name before.
He's weakened at the moment, right, from this whole death curse thing. So, I mean, it's better to get him now before we do the curse, or end the curse or anything like that, right?
I don't get why.
I don't know why we would deviate from our main course of action for that. I mean, I understand we the god wants it to kill us, or wants us to kill it, but
Zolt is dying.
it seems like a unnecessary detour. Because sure, he is weakened. This is a true story, but all of those snake people are not. And while we did have a very good time mopping the floor with them on the three times we did have to fight them, I don't know that we should kill. We would have to kill a lot of people. Zolt is dying. Zolt is dying. So we need-
Okay, I was trying to figure out if I was going insane or not.
so we take care of this
Is
death
this on
person.
the stream tab?
So Zolt isn't dying anymore.
Hi, Don. Thanks for the gift subs.
I don't
Appreciate
want
you
my
so,
friend
so
Zolt
much.
to die.
I don't want him to die either, even
For-
though he didn't say.
You know,
Cup of dirt.
Zolt, I've
Welcome to
only
the
known
family.
you for
Hi.
about 12 hours, but I feel compelled to save your life for some reason.
I'm compelled to save his life. He's my friend. I'd much rather take care of the death curse now, and maybe deal with Rosny later, with a fully empowered Zolt as opposed to a weakened one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who Rosny is. I just kind of want to murder a Sararak.
I don't.
No, if you meet Rosny, you'll want to kill him too. That
I mean, I
said-
figure that, but you know.
I mean, he's
that
an undead
said, I think that
creature.
Asarak's a greater threat.
And
Yeah, he's
Right.
an undead, so you should just want
he's
to kill
not
him,
undead.
right?
He's been resurrected. There's a difference.
Oh god, now we're gonna get into this argument again.
There's a
We don't
difference.
have to get into anything. We can just move forward
That
and complete the task that we were assigned to do. Deal with the death curse and Asarak. Everything else can come afterwards.
Right. That's the idea.
Well, alright, but, I'm just saying, he's richer now.
I hear what you're saying, but I'd rather help my friend than deal with that.
So we're just
And
gonna.
consider, we'll be stronger after we murder a Sararak and steal all of his things.
Truth.
Zolt will
Anyway,
die.
should we head north towards the tomb entrance?
Straight to the tomb?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Just no. Okay, good.
Get the chance, we should probably find somewhere to rest before we enter the tomb.
No. You just
Somewhere
wanna go
away
straight
from
to
where
the
we can
tomb.
be found by the Red Wizards.
If we took a rest, I could take some time to try and patch up the dinosaur as well.
You don't
We
need
already
to
took
do
a short rest, like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think he was saying long rest.
What time of day is it now?
At like 11 in the morning. And my God.
that. So
Yeah, I'm
when
kind of
we
suggesting
last-
that we maybe try and head somewhere like close to the tomb before we
Yeah,
rest.
I agree.
Sure.
No,
We wanna
just
try
head
and
to the tomb.
like over here
Maybe
or
you
something.
maybe make it to the tomb and then camp outside.
Yeah, I think.
We're down here, right?
We're right here.
Near where Andy is.
So let's just go up the road, I guess.
Sure.
Yes, go up.
Maybe we can visit the weird Coliseum thing.
Here. And we'll
I can't
go-
believe this
You're
is
gonna
working.
need to stay off that main road. If the Red Wizards are onto us, well, we want to avoid fights if we can.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so travel up the road, get close to the tomb and camp. That's what I'm hearing.
Right.
Pretty much.
Okay.
One person's proposing we don't take the road.
I think taking the road's fine.
I mean, think about it. Taking the main road is the last thing they'd expect us to do.
Well,
Exactly.
strategically, there's no difference taking the road to not taking the road. Like the road is
Oh,
just as difficult terrain as the rest of it.
So we'll move to where the last temple was here. So that's 180 minutes, so 3 hours to get back to here.
Well, we might as well like start heading up here
All right.
since this is where the tomb is, right? So
Yeah, the
and
big
they've
stars at the
and
top.
they've already, yeah, and they've already been there. So
So
yeah, I
another
mean, we can get closer.
2 hours would be right in front of it.
Yeah.
All right, another 2 hours. We're right in front of it. So it's
Up, up,
5
up, up,
hours.
up, 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 up. I got something first.
Of course.
Because when we get to here,
Mhm.
as we are traveling, we see a bunch of tiny dinosaurs running towards you. There's maybe 5 or 6 of them, and they pay you no mind at all. They are not any attention. They just
Well, that's
run.
Okay.
Would that strike us as odd?
Not by this point. Yeah, Godfrey moves to the front of the group in the direction of where the dinosaurs were running from.
One more? I'm sorry. I was distracted.
All right, Godfrey's going to move to the front of the group from the direction to where the dinosaurs were running from. So, yeah.
To the front.
That makes sense.
Towards the direction they were running.
So if the dinosaurs are running,
yeah, we're
this way,
running from the north. You want to go to the north to see
Yes,
what
that's
was
right.
up. Yeah, I understood. I was just making sure that's what I heard.
I'm not
Yep.
right, but
So
are they running from something rather than
Oh,
towards us?
you
Almost
yes,
assuredly.
they
Yeah.
are running in your direction, but they are not paying you any attention. They are definitely running from something.
Yeah.
And as Godfried moves
Yeah.
to the front, you kind of perk up and you're looking, trying to determine what it is. And you hear a loud crashing sound as a nearby tree is just toppled over. And I don't mean like it just falls. I mean, it is practically ejected from the ground. It hops up in the air, and this is a huge, massive, piece of timber. It just launches up in the air and it crashes down several yards away. Another one as something gigantic is rampaging through the jungle.
We should
And then
hide.
you
Here we
hear
go again.
an impossibly loud roar.
Is this a familiar roar?
I mean, it sounds like a dinosaur. You fought dinosaurs before, so.
Is it one we fought before?
No.
Yes. No. Sort of.
It looks kind of like a T-Rex, but then it also doesn't. As this creature, you can see it is unusual in the sense that it's got 2 tones of skin, and it's got a mane of fur that runs down from a prominent horn all the way the length of its body. And as it starts running towards you, one thing you notice right away is it is moving impossibly fast, like it much faster than a creature of that size should be able to. And then in addition to its incredible speed, a moment later you see it kind of turns its head and it looks at Godfried, and as it does, you see this shimmering pale green light begins to envelope it, kind of starting at its horn, moving its way down its body, and it becomes kind of translucent and see-through. And then a moment later, it is directly in front of you. It teleports. And
Well, that's new.
let's roll initiative.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Yes, magical dinosaurs.
I can't believe we're fighting royalty. Is this more than an hour after the previous combat?
This would have been 2 hours, but you were traveling through the jungle, so I don't know what you're asking. It definitely wasn't a rest because it's difficult moving. But for anything that would have been duration based, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
For
My
me,
turret breaks after an
where
hour.
it's going.
We still have the temporary HP from it, though.
Yes, the temp HP that doesn't go away until you finish a rest, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
Solid.
You ready for this, Godfried?
Oh,
Yes.
Or wait, does this break on?
All right. We are going to start off with a.
It should be me first.
Is
Sure.
it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I have
thank
it.
Oh, I didn't sort. There we go.
Okay. Big mode.
Big mode.
Yeah. I'm gonna move over here and yeah. Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, damn.
Well, that's it, boys.
All right. Well, this is going to be fun. I don't think this thing is going to be very wise, or I hope it's not. So I'm going to toll the dead. It hasn't taken any damage yet because Gib utterly failed. We'll see what happens. What happens?
Well. Oh, it could fail. It does fail.
Hooray! It fails. And then as
And
a
its
bonus
eyes lock on you.
action, spiritual weapon, which is probably going to miss. But I'll drag a token out anyway. Where are the tokens? They're somewhere. I will find one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to not be near it at all. I don't know that it will matter. I'll go over here by Gib. That way, if it does appear, it'll both of us to try and kill. Weapon.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Welcome, Gib. And I'll put my weapon right there. That's that. That's all we got. End of turn.
How tall is this thing?
Well, it is a huge size creature. So, you know how things work. 15 feet-ish.
Okay.
I don't think it gives me an actual size. It's big.
Okay. I mean that's fine. Earth's gonna swing from back here.
Yeah.
After raging, of course, and I mean with swings like those.
Oh, it's my turn.
Uh,
Well,
No, it's okay.
Godfrey grits his teeth.
I mean, I have to, right? I would be doing a disservice to whoever it was that gave this to me if I didn't use it.
I can't cancel this either. That's not.
who did that?
Yeah, who did do that?
Who did that?
Someone from the Saturday game.
Oh, really? Really?
I got
So,
50,000
wait.
points. I'm coming to
Betrayal!
the game next week.
Betrayal!
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
so Godfried, you get bitten.
Yep.
And I need to roll another 4d12.
So I'm going to do that. I know it's going to hit anyway, but I have resistance to the damage at least.
All right, so you're going to take 22. And you're grappled.
Wasn't the attack roll a 13?
No, it's a nat 20.
It's a crit.
Yeah. He had a nat 20 from the stream.
I probably threw it out there and deleted it real quick. All right, so you are grappled. And
Trained as well.
my boy, it's going to use its innate spellcasting to teleport. The Misty Step, we're just going to 15, 20, whip.
Ah!
And then we're going to, we're just going to position ourselves there. We're just going to run around the giant Froge. And then it's going to, it is going to attack you, Gib. You have to watch the tail.
Like Godfrey would stay there because Misty Step is a single person teleport.
He's grappled? Oh, you're right. I think I'm okay with it. It also says targets restrained. It's fine. How funny would it be, though? Because it's 15 feet tall. If it bites you...
Does he take fall damage?
If it bites you, and it has you in its mouth up in the air, and then it teleports... Godfrey, do you want to be in its mouth as it travels around the map, or would you want to fall?
You know what? I'll leave it to you.
All right, you're coming with, dog. All right.
All right.
And it's your turn.
I am
Yay.
going to do the charm thing, the stone rune to charm it.
What?
Yeah.
You're going to try and charm my magical
Yeah.
dinosaur. How could you?
Yeah.
What is the save?
It's a wisdom save.
Ooh, I'm good at those. It's
You're
a
the
4
best.
You
pass.
failed. No. it's
I'm going to choose to pass.
Yes, I knew you were going to do that. All right, we got one of them out of the way.
All right.
All right. Guthries gonna try and attack with the sword. Oh, disadvantage. Sorry. Let me roll again.
That is still a hit.
So 20.
It's still a hit.
All right.
It's
gonna
a
seem
giant
weird, but-
dinosaur. It's not very fast.
It's gonna seem weird, but bonus action shove. Try and. Oh no, it's huge. I can't knock it prone.
Ha
I can't shove it,
ha!
never mind. So, but it is marked, and second attack on it as well. Sorry, 16 to hit. Because disadvantage. I didn't roll again.
13 AC.
Okay, cool. So yeah, those two, and that is everything.
I didn't like that.
It's marked, by the way.
Yeah. I'm just gonna assume it's always going to be marked moving forward. Because I don't know if you can actually miss it.
Rana is going to thread the needle real quick. I'm going to... Yep, this just barely works. I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew.
I'm gonna be covered in poop.
Yes.
Well, like father, like son, right? No?
Ka-chow.
Make
me a dex save.
Oh, you silly. It's not very fast.
So,
At the start of its turn, it takes the damage, right?
Creature...
Yeah, start of
Yeah,
its
the
turn,
start of
unless
its
it's yeah.
That's
Yes.
Oh, am I good? Here, we'll use that.
Don't worry, guys. Thanks to that dex save, he's tripping on acid.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna run the hell away.
Yeah, that'll save you.
My stubby dwarf legs can only move 25 feet per round.
Gibby.
Well, I can't throw things at it anymore, so now we have to stab it. Is it immune to poison?
It is not.
Okay, I doubt it's going to fail a DC 12 con. Oh, it
failed-
did.
failed one.
Okay.
So we're taking 9, 18, 27, 29, 31, 33, 36. That was a
I'm
productive
gonna
turn.
fire rune it.
What?
So
Isn't
now
that,
it has to make it.
What?
Oh, he is restrained.
Right.
Until it teleports.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't say anything about range. It's magical shackles. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the rolls, chat.
Oh,
I seen
don't-
2, but nobody rolled the dice yet. All right,
Okay.
danger.
Dangerous. All right. Dangerous is gonna do what he always does. Is he's gonna toll the dead on the creature because he knows it's not good at that whole wisdom thing. So hopefully we can keep that going. 8 damage. That isn't the best. And then we're gonna use our bonus action to move the spiritual weapon next to him and make a attack with the spiritual weapon.
You should have advantage. Oh, you crit.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm good. I think. So that's 13 force damage from that.
How could you do this?
How could I do this?
How could you do this?
How could this happen to me?
Well, end my turn before I upset the DM anymore.
Ursk will move to here. So here.
I think the chat likes a dinosaur more than you.
No, you
Makes
should.
sense. It is really cool.
Mistake. You should like us. You should want us to win.
I am a giant frog. That's pretty
First
cool.
gets a hit.
Frogs are the strongest.
For 12. My turn. I repeat the save for shackled at the end of my turn, right?
Right, and you take 2d6 at the start of each of your turns.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
And you
whoa, whoa.
also,
Yeah, and yours was 9. I remember.
yeah, you also take 9 acid damage.
Wait. No! No, Giz, what are you doing?
Good job, Giz. I approve of this message.
Sorry, I will surely throw those in where they are most appropriate. Okay. So first
What is
things
this?
He's
You-
because I taunted them. I said that they like the dinosaur more, and he's proving that is. Oh, those aren't for me.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, those weren't for me.
Oh,
This is probably the best time to
Oh.
mention this. Dawn tossed me a nat 1 at the start of the stream and you missed it.
Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know how this works, that's not on their next roll. Before they roll, I will tell them where to use it. So, thanks a lot. All right. So now my dino took a bunch of damage. He's very sad. I cannot bite another target because I have someone already bitted. And what's your current AC?
25.
All right. Well, it's a straight roll because I'm restrained and you're restrained. So I guess I will bite you. Rough. It's a miss. And I'm gonna spit you out because you're pissing me off. And I can't walk anywhere, but I can teleport. So we're gonna whip. And because I needed to get to the other side so I can hit dangerous with my tail. Whap. Woo!
I'm gonna have you re-roll that.
Are you sure?
I can
Yes.
just cancel it. It's fine.
Oh,
Okay. Then I'll shield that, and it won't hit.
Ah,
reroll.
boo! Boo! All right.
that's the
and
last
then
one I can use, though.
strength save for your shackles. I'm still shackled.
Wow, this
I know.
big value.
Is there a
I don't know.
repeated save for Tasha's poop?
I don't
Yeah.
have to use an action.
Oh, yeah, you have to use an action.
Oh yeah,
to
that's
get
right.
rid
You
of
have to clear it off. I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah, no, it's 2d4.
So Godfrey.
it. Okay, Gottfried's going to move up. Yeah, I'll move up to there, and I'm going to attack the dinosaur.
Where are you?
Yep, longsword swing.
It's a hit.
Okay, second attack.
Hurting my baby.
And because it was marked by me before and it attacked somebody that wasn't me, I get a bonus
yeah.
attack. Boo. Okay, that's it.
Alrighty. So Rana.
Rana will use his action to plunk down a totem. Remind me, how do I do the... I pull it and then I right-click it to set the side?
Yeah,
Yes, decided. Choose
you'll
side.
see it advanced, and then no,
This
it's multi-sided. Yep.
Ka-chow. Plunk down an Eldrick Cannon.
That's everybody on the opposite sides of the map. Hey,
And I will
Rana, when the cannon
miss.
attacks me, it's going to miss.
Oh man,
Go
that's
ahead and drag
disappointing.
that one to the map. You click it, then you click it in the box. And
Yeah,
like
I
that.
had to remember. Yeah. I am playing by honor system. I should have another crit fail still.
You say so? All right.
I don't want Dawn to yell at you and then you give me 2 next week.
All right. That's action, bonus
And
action,
I will.
right?
Yep, and I'm gonna run away.
All right, Blood.
Yeah.
Blood, just go ahead and get it over with.
Give the one.
Yep.
All right. It won't let me drag mine.
You gotta click it, and then the box opens and you drag it out.
Oh, there we go. Okay. There you go. All right. Well, here's the other two. Oh, you get 2 of them. All right.
Hey, remember, 13 is a hit.
Oh, okay. All right.
I guess I
Well,
can
here's
read
your big mode. Oh, 1 extra damage, and you pass the con. So that's it.
that. Dangerous.
Yes. All right. Dangerous. He will. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Toll the dead.
Toll.
Okay.
Here's a save.
Anything. Oh,
And then
God.
spiritual weapon moves and misses.
No, actually, I'm going to.
Not going to.
I'm gonna. Nah, yeah. I'll do that. I'll bonus action do and then use the thing. And
Yeah.
Drop it. That's fine.
Okie dokie.
That's all I got to say about it.
And then Ursk.
Would you like to take away my one?
I mean, you're a marshal. That's all you do is hit me with the axe. So I might as well just guarantee that the first one doesn't.
Then I will drag it out. And I will actually move.
Weeps.
I want to draw me.
21 hits. Why are we fighting in the far corner of the map?
You teleported
That's not
over
hit
here.
because I have disadvantage.
Yes.
Sometimes my control don't work when I'm doing that. So anyway, that's his turn.
And
And here's your 2d6.
for the fire rune. And then acid. Stop it,
12
hurt.
acid.
1d8. Remember, that's only one application. Once per spell.
You're right. Yep. I'm dumb.
Okay. So here we go. I spat out Godfried. He's too tough to chew. So we're gonna turn around. We're gonna attack Dangerous.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's because I appreciate you.
Very nice. Very nice of you.
Or we can do the other thing. Do I want to do the other thing? No. We're gonna bite Dangerous.
Nope.
I'm not gonna bite Dangerous.
Right now.
I'm going to use my reaction to attack it.
No. All right.
Advantage.
Apparently that works.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, even with advantage.
Who knew?
1, 15, 20. Boop. Then we're gonna tail swipe Gibby.
Yeah.
Bap. Nope. I got one too. And at the end of the turn, we're gonna get rid of these stupid shackles.
I think you. Yep. It's a DC 16. So yeah, you got them.
Why are you doing this to me?
They are off. No, they're
All right.
off. You did it.
I did.
Yeah.
But it's insane that it was the third try.
Yeah.
All right, Godfrey moves up. He's going to attack. Do you want me to miss the first one?
I mean, you don't do a lot of damage.
You're right. You could always save it for me trying to make a save or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, for real. That's why you're the only
Okay.
person that still has it.
No worries. Just those two attacks.
Yep. Yep. Stop hurting me. Rana.
All right. Step 1, I'm going to bonus action Eldrick Cannon.
I mean, you have another one, so you might as well.
Yeah, I was going to say I just missed.
Yep.
Cool. It's good because I don't have to make just a raw spell attack yet. For my action, I will Ray of Frost. Ka-chow. No, rolled it twice.
Yeah, okay.
First one. 18.
I'm going to drag the one to the map so we can delete it. Hey, thanks for the biddies, baby.
Beep. Dawn, that one goes out to you. I'm going to keep running away.
It
It's going to catch me next turn.
Oh, yeah. Definitely going to catch you. Give.
Yeah. Oh, there's another nat one.
5,
And then there's
17.
Oh, there's your big mode.
Ouch.
Plus 2 damage because they're thrown now. I think it should be plus 3 damage if I'm looking at it right, because the plus 1 dagger is plus 1 to hit and damage, right?
Yes.
So in the roll, it's doing 1d4 plus 6, and 6 is my regular to hit. No, it's not. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. I'm stupid.
What's your dex mod?
5. So yeah.
So yeah,
It
it's
would
keeping the
be
plus
6.
1.
Yeah. But that's it. Oh wait, you're poisoned. Did you?
I did not. There was too much other. Oh, it hurts.
Yeah.
So 6 more.
Oh. For the no, I can't do that. All right. So bonus action, I'm going to move the spiritual weapon near 20 feet there, so it's within range, and it's going to take a swing at him. So we'll do that, and probably miss. 14 hit.
That is a hit.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. I didn't hear gut punches. So 11 damage there, and then
Oh no.
I'm going to hold him dead once
Oh
more.
no.
Because maybe it'll save, maybe it won't. I don't know. We're gonna give it a shot.
All right. Wisdom save. Where is it? Wisdom save. I will choose some
Hey.
pets.
Oh,
Oh.
the pets? Oh no!
Hey, Ersk.
Yeah.
What if you didn't?
What if I didn't?
Yeah, just what if you didn't?
I already gave up my what if I didn't round for tonight.
Oh.
Oh,
Did I mention blue monkeys?
Yeah.
14
You
is
did.
still a hit.
blue monkeys.
And the creature goes down. Magical dinosaurs, man.
That was good. That was much easier than I expected it to be. Search the body for anything.
Yep.
Believe it or not, the king is not actually carrying anything. But you do see that there is a clear path of destruction in the direction that it came from.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start hacking off like its talons and stuff to make trophies.
Yep.
We're gonna eat good tonight. That's
I was gonna say, who wants to eat magical dinosaur? Do you think
Does
it'll
it
taste better than Red Dragon?
go to the temple or to the entrance? I mean, like it's
Wait, the entrance to what?
to the tomb, so we can go kill that lich guy. Is it basically a straight path there?
I thought
You
it was
should be
to-
on the map of Omu.
Yeah,
I mean, like
Yeah.
you know where the location is.
right. So, do we want to just go there?
No, I thought we said we were taking a
We should
rest.
try to
first.
rest.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Yeah.
take a long rest here.
I feel like we should look at what the doorway to the tomb looks like.
I feel
Yeah.
like we should save that for when we're rested, because we don't know if there's gonna be people there or not.
Hey,
Hey,
Dangerous,
fair enough.
what's your passive perception?
17.
Okay. You spot something.
Okay.
Whereas the king themselves isn't really carrying anything here. Doesn't have pockets. You can see coins are kind of stuck in some of like the cracked areas of the skin on its feet. And as you look around at this, bizarre revelation, you see there are coins in the footprint. If you were to follow that trail of destruction that it came from.
Oh,
Ooh, piece of candy.
gold. I'm all for looking at gold.
Well,
And,
yeah, that sounds good.
I'm gonna follow the gold. I think that's good.
Same here. We're
Sure
following the yellow brick road.
Heck yeah. So
All
we'll
right.
follow the gold.
Following the path that the King of Feathers had came from, you managed to find where it had made its lair. It is the remnants of an old Colosseum, and this amphitheater kind of looms over all the surrounding buildings, and it's in the same state of disarray as the rest of Omu. But as you look around, you can see that there is a number of items kind of stashed in a heap near a large indentation that you can assume to be the king's nest.
Just real quick, there aren't any eggs anywhere nearby, right? It's just a nest. No eggs. No eggs.
I feel like there's no eggs. No eggs. Otherwise, Gibbs gonna try to pick up another
Yeah,
pet.
I don't want. Yeah, I mean, he'll try to eat one and we'll feel bad, or he'll try and nurture one, and it's another thing for you to kill him. So
Many would get jealous.
Try-
We're not going to do
I'm
that.
trying to have the
If
pass.
there were eggs, they would be scrambled and cooked on the fire.
Sure. All right. So looking at these items, I guess, is there anything that looks? I guess I'll go ahead.
No. So as you look at the items, right? There's quite a bit of coins here. There's about 200 gold pieces and roughly 300 pieces of electrum. There's also an electrum platter inscribed with images of a Cholton revelry and a Omuan death mask painted in the likeness of a skull, also made of electrum. And you find several items that are kind of hoarded away with these things. There is a wand that is covered in many different colored baubles and gems. There is a helm that seems to be fashioned in the likeness of like a brain pattern on the top. There is a large net that also seems to be fashioned out of spun electrum, and there is also a small purplish gem that seems to have almost like a fog inside of it that is swirling around.
Do we want to take 20 minutes and you identify two, I identify two, we figure out what these are?
Aye.
Okay.
I'll take the helmet and the net.
All right, and I'll do the wand and the purple gem.
Okay. So first things first, the helmet, which like I said, made of
Ooh.
That's
electrum.
nice.
The Helm of Telepathy. Then there is the net, that is made of spun electrum. That is a +3 net.
Yes.
Wow.
Favorite magic item.
What? Out of all the things.
A +3 net. Yeah, that's gonna, and it's
Yeah.
particularly it's made of electrum. Then there is
heat metals.
yeah, it's got a strange property. Then there was the wand,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Also made of electrum.
yes, but it also has a bunch of multicolored baubles on it.
Yes. We're getting all the best magic items
no.
tonight.
Oh yes, that is by far my favorite item in all of D&D. I love the Wand of Wonder, and anytime my
bangers
characters,
all around.
it's like it.
We met at D&D. We got the Wand of Wonder, guys.
Yep.
It's okay. I mean, at least Junior's not here for it. I remember what time last time Junior had a Wand of Wonder.
Yeah. And then
And,
the last item, I don't believe.
You have a handout for it?
You'll have to give me a moment because I don't think I have it already in Roll20. So I have to look up what it's actually called and make the handout.
I wish
So.
Boy was here for that
Do,
wand.
do,
That would work great with
Do,
him.
do, do, do. I'll tell him you said that. Not because, I want to relay that he is a beloved member of the group and we miss him, but because it'll make him feel bad and I relish in his agony.
As a good parent should.
As all parents should.
Here we see the intersection of dungeon master and father.
Is that your thank you for the cookie that he brought you yesterday?
Shit, man, don't.
Thank you for something. Wow.
There it is.
How you
Okay.
thank him.
Bad. Wow. You thanked him for something.
More rules item. Yes, it's okay. So it's not on here. It is a astral shard. Nope, that's the wrong one because it's supposed to be +2.
Oh.
For all those sorcerers we have.
We do have a sorcerer.
Yep, sorcerer.
Oh, right, we have
Is
a
this
Divine
the
Soul.
one that scales? No.
Bloodwell Vial?
It just needs to be the one that scales. Because it's a +2 spellcasting focus.
Yeah, sorcerers is a Bloodwell Vial.
All right, then that's what it is. It's the Bloodwell. Why did I not see it? It's in Tasha's, right?
Yeah, because it's not
I
it's
see
not
it.
one of the shards.
No, it's because I'm looking on D&D Beyond, right? And I'm looking for Sorcerer, but it says bonus, spell attacks, bonus, spell save DC. Sorcerer got cut off, so I just scanned over. Anyway, yes, it is a +2 Bloodwell Vial.
Yes.
All right. That's good for our sorcerer.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I assume that just goes straight to that's
The only
Zolt's
person
sorcerer,
that
right?
can use it, yes, Zolt.
Yes.
So we'll give it.
I would very much like the Wand of Wonder.
I suppose I can give it to you since you gave me the breastplate. That's fine. I can't use. I cannot use the helm because I already have a headpiece.
Yeah.
So
I'm a fan of the helm, but it doesn't feel very good for Rana.
Yeah, I can't use it at all because I'm using that crown that I got way long time ago.
All right. Not to cut you guys off, but you can we can discuss who attunes to what and does what and blah 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 blah, right? But we've already killed the king, so this is a safe area. you would be able to rest here for the night.
Okay.
Right. So we don't forget before, because you repeat the save every day, right? Why don't the two with the blue monkey fever? Why don't you repeat your con?
Yeah.
Was it con or was it
With
wisdom?
that in mind, actually, I could do.
You need remove
I have
curse.
lesser restorations. Oh, it's not lesser restoration.
No.
I would have cast that on myself.
Gotcha. In that case, I know what I'm putting all my spell slots to at the end of the day.
What's
So
our save on Blue Monkey Fever?
I'm trying to look at it.
Oh,
But apparently that is a real thing, because I got a bunch of like actual like clinic.
Huh.
Okay. Long-term madness. Characters takes damage. Powerful delusion.
So,
I think 17 is a pass. I can't find
it's the 13.
Yeah. So it would, no, you're right. It would be 18.
Mhm.
It's 13 printed. It's 18. But that's
It's no
Mad
crap.
Monkey Fever. This was different.
Blue mist.
All right, we'll sort that out in the intermission. But it looks like the saves are fails. But y'all, we collected all the cubes, and as we will be in our next session entering the tomb, presumably, that would be another major milestone for our party. So you also get to level up to level 9.
Excellent.
You boy.
Just to check before I forget.
All right. So with all of that done, thank you all for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure you hit that follow button. And if you're having fun, please come back next week. This was a really wild session, and I really enjoyed having you. Hopefully, see you next time.